Hey everybody, I'm going to give my 2 cents on the basic state of the United States and where America is heading if nothing's done. So, I am a combat veteran of the global war on terrorism. And just to give you some insight, looking back now, it was not justified. Our actions in the Middle East following 9/11 were misplaced and based on lies. With that being said, the importing of Islam and Islam as a whole, it's kind of like after World War II with Operation Paperclip, where the United States government imported a bunch of Nazis and after the war, and they're still here. Their family and their children and all this stuff. But I think this is more sinister, because there's people in our government in this country that absolutely hate white Christian men, white straight Christians, and Americans in general, and they want to see white people dead. So they imported all these Muslims and third world people, and Somalis, Pakistanis, Afghanis, Iraqis, all of them, and have gone unchecked for decades. So you see all the corruption that the Somali community is doing, with stealing billions of dollars from taxpayers and every year, and our government has known about it and has been letting it happen. So we know with Sarah Adams and the Sean Ryan show, where jihadis have come into the United States, and our government knows about it. Is very well aware. Sorry, I'm going to be doing stuff while I'm talking. So the state of our country as of now is not good. There are Sharia law patrols for years. There are whole communities of Muslims. There's whole communities that is solely based on defrauding the government and taxpayer money. And Somalians don't pay for anything, because they came over the United States, whatever you want to call it. The U.S. government let them come in free of charge, and we give them money and free housing, free money, free groceries, free vehicles, pay for everything, cell phones, utilities. And they have used that to, I guess you can't blame them necessarily, because they are third world people, and defrauding people is basically all they know. So, what's going to happen in the United States if this isn't corrected is Sharia law is going to be implemented all across the country, and it's not going to be like overnight, just like everything else. They have been here for decades. The whole Islamabad and all this stuff in Dearborn, Michigan, that didn't happen overnight. These are third, fourth generation Muslims that have no loyalty to the United States or Christianity or whites. So what's going to happen is Sharia law is going to be starting to be implemented in small communities, small towns. Hell, they might even get rid of all the LGBTQ stuff, because they don't care. They hate that stuff, which, okay, I'll give them that one thing. So they might even start implementing stuff that people have been advocating for a while. Getting rid of the queer identity politics stuff and child indoctrination, homosexuality and stuff. They might even start doing that. Phew. People are going to like it. And say, hey, this really isn't that bad. But with that, we will see attacks against churches, attacks against everyday Americans, supermarkets, big events, IEDs. Stuff's been happening. The thing is, they're used to this stuff. They've been brought up since they're children, being told that it is good for them to kill people and to slaughter them and rape them. And so their kids grow up hearing all this stuff and they're used to it. And, that just can't be taught out of them. These people are animals, and they should be treated as such. Now, one thing, here's the options for the United States and Americans in general. First option is we could just keep going about our days. We can keep watching football, paying attention to the stats, learning about new Heisman Trophy winners, what new celebrities out there, upcoming singers. But that's not going to stop it. These people want to kill you and everybody else. They want to kill as many people as possible. And they're going to do it. So that's option number one. You can let the defrauding of taxpayers keep happening. You can let the rape of our women and children keep happening. You can let the murders, the stabbings, the beheadings, the car ramming through parades. You can let all that stuff keep happening. Or you can act like a man and prepare yourself and your family. And when the opportunity arises, you take up arms and you defend our country and your community and your family and your friends and yourself. Preparedness isn't this, it's not this far off fever dream idea where, CME is going to happen or a volcano is going to explode. And it's going to kill everybody and we have to prepare to survive that. This is more for, we have to prepare for an insurgency, basically. This is what's happening. An insurgency is taking place and is going to be activated very soon in the United States against you and your family. You have to learn how to use a firearm, how to be proficient in firearms. Hell, small unit tactics. For years, all these airsofters and paintballers. I got a lot of hate. But if any of them know how to technically move under fire, move as a team, clear houses. I mean, these airsofters have better room clearing skills than National Guard members or regular Army. So the second option is to not let this stuff happen, not let it take place. Barrel and Hatchet just released a thing about, it took place in 2023, I believe, the 2,000 meters to Adriivka in Ukraine, and just the brutality of what is going on in Ukraine. I mean, it's on the level of World War I casualties, World War II casualties, and they were not ready for this. Nobody is. The type of war in Ukraine or Somalia or Afghanistan or anything like that, the United States people are not prepared. They will not be able to handle it. People that go on TikTok and complain about stupid stuff about skincare or whatever, or some barista didn't make their dumb $20 drink right. The average person isn't ready to see their house demolished or their neighbor's house on fire and kids dying and dead people in the streets. They're not ready for it. But the people in this country that wish us dead in our way of life, in our culture, in our history, they are not ready for sheer brutality that will fall onto them. I think the prepared American citizen, the average gun owner, there's more guns owned in the United States compared to 3/4 of the NATO countries. We have the biggest standing military in the world combined. Every gun owner is a potential soldier. The swiftness that justice will be brought onto these people once it kind of kicks off will be shocking. To the point where shock and awe couldn't be able to describe it. Everybody says the American people aren't ready. The American people will collapse and will get steamrolled. But there are enough people in this country, strong men, that are tired of seeing our land taken away, our families getting raped, our financial wealth being destroyed from under us. The measure of violence, absolute violence, that will be brought upon the people that wish to see us dead will be unimaginable. Anybody that goes against the United States or the citizenry, it's not going to be a fair fight. And we're just tired. We're just tired of it. I don't know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. I have a pretty good idea. But it's not going to be good. And the more you're willing and to come to grips with it, come to reality of what could and will actually happen eventually in this country, in the United States, the better off you'll be. Because there's no way out of this. There's no voting our way out of this. There's no, you could go to every city council imaginable. It's not going to fix it. It's too entrenched. It's too corrupt. Nobody cares what the citizens believe or want. It's too far gone now. That's why it is so important to be prepared. Minutemen concept, your ability to grab essential gear and go in a minute's notice is more of a realistic possibility than it ever has been. So, stay prepared. Christ is King. I'll see you on the next one.